Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about, actually it's a story. I want to tell you guys a story of how I almost died on Black Friday. And before we jump into the story, I just want you guys to comment in the comment section and maybe just bring clarity, because I've had so many stories about what Friday is all about. I've heard stories that, like, maybe sometime in the 18th century or 19th, I'm not sure, that it was a day when slaves were sold for a discount. And then I've also come across information that says it's a day when the gold market came crashing or something like that. So I'm not really sure which one is really the correct uh, story or the history behind Black Friday. And growing up, Black Friday was not anything I was familiar with. I actually became familiar with Black Friday when I came to Namibia. And I think it was the previous November of the previous year that my friend had saved up. I wasn't aware about Black Friday. She saved up and went, and she bought all kinds of things at midnight, and then only to come and surprise me like, Rue, I did not sleep last night. I was out shopping. I'm like, oh, seriously? I'm like, okay, really? Next year I'll definitely save up and also, buy a few things for myself. So that's what I did. I saved up, and then I'm like, I'm also going to buy things for myself. And then it just so happened that that same week that we're going to be having Black Friday, I was on YouTube. And those days I was so much into watching It's Supernatural by Sid Roth. And he had a guest that was talking about the blood of Jesus and how powerful it is. The blood of Jesus is overcoming power. The blood of Jesus speaks better things than the blood of Abel. He was speaking about, I think it was a he and a she, because I think I kind of like went on binge watching videos that talk about the blood of Jesus. And I think one of the guests also spoke about the bloodline and all those things. So one of the female guests, I remember her saying that every morning when she wakes up, she showers, and then before she applies her lotion, she literally just says, I apply the blood of Jesus on my body. I'm like, oh, okay, nice. And one of the guys gave a testimony of how he was traveling out of town and leaving behind his wife and some young kids, and the place that they stayed was prone to foxes. And he was so much worried that something might happen to his kids whilst he's away. So what he did was, before he traveled, he literally went right around the his compound, speaking a bloodline right around his compound, right? The bloodline of the blood of Jesus. And to his surprise, when he came back, there were foxes dead, like outside the threshold of where he had marked. And I was just like, interesting. I think I should also start pleading the blood of Jesus upon myself and applying it to my body, because me being me. Anyway, so fast trick. I got a catalog which I'm going to post right here. And then there was one of the things that I wanted was a washing machine, and I wanted to get it for my mom. And I also wanted these traveling bags, which I've pinned right here. And I think laundry baskets, which I'll pin right here. So I'm like, awesome. I am going for Black Friday, and I was going to go to game stores. And I had a friend of mine who actually also wanted a sewing machine. I'm like, I'll buy it for you, just give me the money. So I was super excited. And I actually went earlier, got to the game that's in Windhoek on your way to Southern Industry. I got there, and there were actually a whole lot of people already there queuing and waiting for midnight. So I strategically positioned myself and my trolley, and actually held a spot for my friend for my friend Charity and Shami, because they were staying somewhere in town. They were going to like join later on. I'm like, guys, I want to be early because I want to make sure I'm one of the first people that was gonna enter, because some of these things were like, I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want the stock to finish without me getting what I wanted. So there I was, super excited. That's a photo I took whilst I was in the queue waiting for for the doors to open. And there was like so much excitement, and people were excited, and people were arriving, and with tons and tons of people. And then it was midnight, and then finally they opened the door so that people could get in. And there I was. This is my first going shopping on Black Friday. I'd never experienced it before. So there I was, excitedly started pushing my trolley, and for some reason I don't know why it didn't like click that something's definitely up, because the as much as people were trying to push themselves in, we seemed like there was like a hindrance, like we're not just moving smoothly, or we're just not flowing into the shop. Something was up. And little did I know that what these people had done is they like they'd laid down trolleys barricading the entrance. And whilst you're standing and there are people in front of you who would not have seen the trolleys. So the people in the back started pushing. So they were pushing and pressing on us. And then we were literally just being pushed, right? So I'm being pushed. And then I eventually ended up not having my trolley, because in the commotion and everything, I don't know what happened. I didn't have a trolley anymore. Then I was pushed. And just when I thought I was actually going to get into the shop, I found myself falling. Oh my goodness. And there's like a whole crowd of people coming. I fell because I tripped on the trolleys that had been laid on the entrance just in front of the door. So I tripped and I fell. I fell on my back, so I was literally facing upwards. And one of my legs got stuck in the trolleys that were on the ground. And as I'm lying down there, I can literally see people coming to me. And I was just like, and people don't know I'm on the ground. People in the back are pushing. So the people that are immediately in front of me have no control over their motion. And this is how I was going to be stampeded. Good Lord. Oh, whoa. So here I am screaming, help, help, help on the ground. And for some reason, which I know that can only be God, and that can only be the blood of Jesus that was protecting me. Thank God I was pleading the blood of Jesus all over my body, covering myself with it. All those people that were being pushed, none of them came and stepped on me. They literally went sideways. And then I also saw some people who were lying, who had fell, who had people who came and stampeded them, people who came and stepped on them. And I couldn't like set myself free because my leg was stuck. And then I'm just screaming, help, help, help. And then these workers from game stores came, and then they were trying to pull me. I'm like, my leg is stuck. So they literally one of them had to go and then free my leg. And the funny part is, in order for him to free my leg, one of my shoes got off. And you'd think once I would get off, I'd look for my shoe. I'm like, no time for looking for my shoe. I'll come back and look for it later. The moment I got free, I just got up, rushed, got a trolley, picked the sewing machine. Like, it would be just chaos. I even forgot that I almost lost my life. Rushed, went and booked one washing machine, rushed. And then fortunately, what my friends, I think Charity and Shamiso, had managed to get inside, so they'd actually grabbed some the traveling bags that I wanted for me. Then I rushed, and then I grabbed all the things. Then after I ate all the things that I wanted, I'm like, I'm missing a shoe. And then I went back to the entrance, and there was like a heap of shoes. Because a lot of people had lost their shoes in the commotion. So I just went there and looked for my own shoe, and then I found it. But I couldn't find my sock. I don't know what happened to the sock. But then I then came to the realization that what had just happened to me was something very, very dangerous, and I could have lost my life, or I could have been injured. Because when I came back to the entrance, I saw people with broken ankles, broken wrists, bruised, dirty, like people had stepped on them. two or three of them. They were crying, and an ambulance had just arrived to take them to the hospital. So I was just like, Jesus, I'll not take this for granted. It was actually a testimony that I managed to to escape without any injuries, without getting hurt, and actually getting all the things that I wanted to go by. And then when I got home, I sat down with this washing machine I'm posting here, and the laundry baskets, and the what's it called, the traveling bags. And then I said to myself, what was that? I could have died. When I told my mom, she almost cried. She's like, really? You almost died because you wanted to get me a washing machine? What nonsense is that? She wasn't really pleased with what I'd done. I'm like, Mommy, I didn't know that things were going to unfold that way. But I was just like, this is my last Black Friday ever. I'm not going to go for Black Friday. And since then, I just hear this Black Friday, this Black Friday that. Yes, I love cheap things. Yes, I'm frugal, but I'll pass this whole midnight shenanigans of going to buy things in the middle of the night. I don't know what it would take to convince me to go back there again, because seriously, my life would have just passed right in front of me and you guys would have never known me. So for those who are going for Black Friday, just be careful, avoid stampedes, avoid, getting injured. At the end of the day, it's not really worth it. But yeah, enjoy your shopping. So this is the story of how I almost died on Black Friday. Thank you so, so much for watching. And thank you for liking my videos. Make sure you like this video. Let's at least get like more than 20 likes so that this will push this video, so that it will go out and more people will watch. And don't forget to share. And thank you so, so much for subscribing to my channel. Bye. See you in my next video.